Hello everybody, I'm Adrienne and I am going to be teaching barre this morning. And all of you at home hopefully have a chair, so if you don't have a barre, that's okay. You can use a chair, and I'm going to demonstrate how you can use it. You can turn it so that you're holding onto the back of the chair. You could also use a wall or something else that's at a similar height. And if you have a set of light hand weights, please grab those, and then a mat. And then we will get started with a bit of a warm-up. I'm going to slide the chair out of the way for now. Okay, so holding your hand weights, we are going to begin rolling the shoulders back and down, pulling the navel in and up, feet hip distance apart, the collarbone spread, and we're going to begin by lifting the knees up and pointing through the toe. And as you do so, think about pulling the belly button in and up each and every time you lift, so you're really engaging your core. Little exhales each time you lift your knees. Arms up overhead, and pull down. Try to stay very centered, not rocking side to side, engaging your core each time you lift your knee and pull down. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Taking a nice, big, wide second position with toes turning out. Plie and laterally raise the weights to shoulder height. If at any point the weights become too much, you can always put them down. Exhale each time you plie. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Place the weights on your hips. Keep your plie and pulse. Lift your left heel up and pulse. Lift your right heel up and pulse. Alternating. Both heels down and pulse. Parallel your feet, keeping that nice wide second position. Fold forward with a flat back. Set your weights down. Release the crown of the head toward the ground. Lift your kneecaps to engage your quads. Shift some weight forward toward the balls of the feet. Deep full breaths into the backs of the legs. Right hand underneath your face, flat back. Left arm sweeps open, keep the hips centered. Make the twist come from the waist and open the chest. Release and switch. Release. Walk your hands over to your right foot. Turn your right toes out, bend into your right knee. Straighten through your left leg and flex your toes. If you need to, you can keep your hands on the ground. Otherwise, you can use your right elbow to press your right knee out. Maybe bringing the hands to prayer, maybe opening the arms or wrapping your left arm behind your back to peel that shoulder open. Release. Come through center slowly. Sway side to side. Arms reach out. If you can balance here, engage the core. And go over to the left side. Turning the left toes out slightly. Extending through your right leg, flexing your right foot. Again, you can keep your hands on the ground. You can press that knee open, maybe bringing the hands to prayer, opening the arms, or wrapping. Peeling that shoulder open, keeping the chest open, keeping this right leg engaged to help open up through the inner thigh and the hamstring. And release. Slowly coming back through center, grabbing your weights, turning your toes back out, find your plie, rise up, bringing the weights in towards your chest, alternating. Pressing forward and pulling back. Think about using your lats and your pecs, keeping the shoulders down. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly rise all the way up, pivot so that you're in a lunge position. Coming up onto the ball of the back foot, you're going to bend the back knee with a little hammer curl. Exhale each time you bend the back knee. Try to keep your hips really neutral and centered. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come all the way down onto the back knee. Set your weights down. Release the top of the back foot. You're going to shift your weight forward. You might need to crawl your front foot forward a little bit. We're trying to open through the front of this back hip. Letting your upper body be heavy. And if you feel okay here, bringing your hands up to that front thigh, lifting through the chest. Engage your glute back here to help open through the front of that hip. And if you still feel okay here, reach your arms to the sky. Take hold of your outer wrist, reach up and over. Continue to engage this glute. Release, hands to the ground, shift your weight back. Flex your front foot, try to square your hips. Lift this kneecap to engage the quad, helping to open through the back of this front leg. Shift forward again, framing that front foot. Curl the back toes under, lift the back kneecap. Sweep this arm open, opening through your chest. Breathe. Release. Grab your weights. Step your back foot in a little bit. Straighten through both legs. Shifting your weight back. Release your head. Bend both knees. Come all the way up. Step your back foot in a little bit more. Tuck under here. Engage this glute. Lean back a little bit to help open up through this hip a little bit more. Engage your core. Pivot to face the front, coming into a nice deep squat here. You can set the weights down, bringing the hands to prayer. Peel your inner thighs open. Try to lift up through the chest and through the top of the head. Elongate the spine. Place your hands to the ground, parallel your feet, straighten through your legs, fold forward. Bend your knees, hands to your thighs, arch, and contract. Inhale, arch. Exhale, contract. One more time. Inhale, arch. Exhale, contract. Roll all the way up. Inhale, palms touch overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Grab your weights. Come up with a flat back. Pivot to the other side. Find that lunge stance here. Coming up on the ball of the back foot. Bending that back knee as you hammer curl. You have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down onto the back knee. Set the weights down. Release to the top of the back foot. Step your front foot forward a little bit as you shift your hips forward. Lift up through the chest. You're opening through the front of this hip. Engage the glute. You can keep hands on the ground to start, letting your upper body be heavy. If you're okay there, bringing hands to thigh. Maybe sweeping them up. And then getting into that side body in the front of that hip a little bit more, keeping this glute engaged as you reach up and over. And release. Shift your weight back. Flexing that front foot square through the hips. Reaching your chest toward that front shin. Releasing the head. Walking the hands forward as you frame that foot. Curl the back toes under, lift the back kneecap. And then peel open for your twist. And release. Grabbing your weights. Step your back foot in. Shift your weight back, straightening through both legs. Bending into both knees, coming onto the ball of the back foot. Slowly come up. You might need to step this back foot in a little bit more. Tuck under. Firm up the glutes. And breathe. You can lean back here to increase the stretch. Just make sure you really engage the abs. And release. Slowly come back to center. We're coming back into that nice, big, open second position. This time, weights to the chest. We're going to press both at the same time. Plie and press. Plie and press. You have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Releasing your weights. Now we're going to need the chair. So, if you have a chair, you can go ahead and get that ready. Holding on to the back of the chair for support. If you have something else that you're using, it could be a countertop, whatever it is, just make sure that it's at a good height for you. So you don't want to be hunching over, and you don't want your shoulders to be hunched up. So if it's too high, your shoulders will hunch. If it's too low, you might be hunching over. So you want it to be a good height for you. We're going to start in first position. So heels together, toes apart. If you don't need the chair, you don't have to use it. As you come into this position, pull the belly button up and in, lengthen the tailbone down. So we want to make sure we're not dumping out into the lumbar spine. From here, we plie and stretch. Plie and stretch. Plie and stretch. Making sure that you're only plieing as deep as is comfortable for your body and allows you to maintain good posture. So if you go too deep, you'll notice your heels might lift. You might dip your pelvis forward. You might just start to feel a little wonky. So only go down as far as you can, maintaining that good posture and breath. If you don't need the chair, you can make a circle with your arms. rolling the shoulders back and down and keeping the chest open. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, release. Grab your weights. For this next part, it's optional to use the weights. If you're comfortable and you feel balanced without using the chair, then try using the weights here. So we're going to make that big circle again. We're going to plie, and as we straighten, we raise the arms overhead. Plie and straighten. Plie and straighten. I'll show you from the front too. Plie and straighten. Plie and straighten. Plie, squeeze up. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, go ahead and place the weights down and grab a ball if you have it. If you don't have a ball about this size and you want it to have some squish to it. So if you don't have this type of ball at home, you could also use a foam block. If you have a foamy yoga block, the wood ones won't work for this because we're going to place it between the thighs. If not, you can do the same exercise without the ball. So from here, we're going to take the ball, place it between the thighs, holding onto the chair. We're going to come up, feet are parallel. We're going to come up into releve. Bend the knees into a demi-plie, so not a deep bend. We're up high on the balls of the feet, working the arches of the feet. Squeeze the ball, and then squeeze it tighter. So you never fully release the squeeze. It's a squeeze, and then we squeeze it tighter. Squeeze, squeeze tighter. Squeeze, squeeze tighter. Keep that tailbone long. Squeeze, squeeze tighter. Squeeze, squeeze tighter. Squeeze, squeeze tighter. Squeeze, squeeze tighter. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding that squeeze, we're going to tuck. As you tuck, you're reaching your pubic bone up toward the ceiling, keeping that nice firm squeeze on the ball. Exhale each time. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keeping the same position, we're going to draw the outer hip up and then the inner hip up. Try to use your obliques as you're lifting the hip. Stay really long through your low back. Try to keep the heel height the same on both sides. You're really using the obliques to lift the hip, so it's not the heels going up and down. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then we're going to make a little circle. So we're going to tuck, go to the side, release. So releasing is neutral. Other side, tuck, smooth it out, circle round. Circle round, circle round, circle round. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Other way. To the side, tuck to the side, neutral. Smooth it out, making a nice little spherical shape through the hips and pelvis. For 4, 3, shaking is good, 2, and 1. We're going to slide down an imaginary wall doing those tucks. Tuck, 2, 3, and 4. Hold it low. We tuck, 2, 3, and 4. Coming up, we tuck, 2, 3, and 4. Hold it here and tuck, 2, 3, and 4. Then we go side, 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 side. Tailbone is long. Side, side, sliding down for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it down for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming up for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And side, tuck, side, release. Smooth it out. Going down for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it low for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming up for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Other way for 4, 3, going down, 2, and 1. Hold it low for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming up for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Lowering your heels, straighten through your legs. Yes. Okay. So if you have the ball, you can use the ball here. If not, you can just use your hands or use the weights if you want a little extra. But we're going to bring the ball diagonally across, lift the knee. So you're pulling into your side waist here. Pull, pull. Notice how all my weight is over my standing leg. I'm not shifting side to side, but I'm balancing here. Exhale. Each time you lift. You have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. Same thing. Pull, pull into that side waist. Balancing over the standing leg. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Big wide second position again. You might need to slide your chair out of the way. Toes turn out, coming all the way down and all the way up. This time lifting the heels as you come up. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, releasing the ball. Get a sip of water if you need it. Stay hydrated. And then grab your weights. Okay, coming back into that second position, toes turn out. We're gonna cross the weights, make a triangle with the base of the fingers. Bring the weights up overhead, and then you're gonna bring the weights back between your shoulder blades. As you plie down, you're gonna raise the weights. As you come up, the weights come down. So it's plie, raise, come up, the weights come down. Plie, raise, and up, and up. Exhale each time you come down. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stay down low, just the weights. 8. Elbows in close. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the weights to the chest. Bring them down to the earth, and then come all the way up, all the way down. All the way up. Lift your heels at the top if you can. Squeeze the upper back at the top. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, release the weights. Little stretch break. Holding onto the chair, taking hold of one foot, line the knees up. If this feels like enough of a stretch, you can stay here. If you want a little more, you can slide your hand to the inside of the foot, begin to kick the foot into the hand, and then extend through the opposite side of the body. Slowly coming in, figure 4, crossing the same foot over the other thigh, and then sitting back and down into this. You want to be sure you're not shifting all your weight to one side. Try to keep it centered. If you want, you can try to balance here. Flex the foot of the crossed ankle. Come up and switch. Other side. Line the knees up. Again, this might be enough. If you want a little more, slide to the inside, extend through the opposite, kick the foot into the hand. This will not only stretch the quad, but we'll get a little bit into the hip flexor as well. And figure 4. Again, trying to keep your hips fairly centered, so we're not shifting off to one side or the other. Flexing the foot of the crossed leg. Slowly coming up, release. Up one of your weights this time. Okay, so for this next little series, we're just gonna have one hand on the chair. I'm gonna demonstrate it at the bar because I think that you'll have better visibility at home. So, if you have your chair, it would be on this side with the top of the chair here where I'm having my hand at the bar. You're gonna turn your inside foot slightly out, about 45 degrees, and then there's a micro bend in that knee. Your hand is here lightly supporting you. From there, you're going to extend your outer leg pointing through that toe. There's going to be a slight lean in towards the bar so that you can get into that side body. And you're going to reach that outer arm up, looking straight forward. You're going to bend that knee and tap. You pull and tap. Pull and tap. So you're working your outer thigh here and your obliques. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bringing that weight to the shoulder, pull that knee back. From here, you're going to flex your foot, extend and bend, extend and bend, extend and bend. Adding a press. Bring the weight down to the chest. You extend and press and bend. Extend and press and bend. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that weight back to the shoulder. Here you're going to lift the knee and pulse it. Lift, 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 lift. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend the leg again and point the toe. Reach. This time we're keeping the leg straight as we pull and tap. Pull and tap. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, Stay here on one. Little pulses up, 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 up. Circle back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and circle front. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Relax. Pivot to the other side. So same thing here, getting set up, your inside toes turning slightly out. You want to make sure that this inside shoulder is not elevated, and we're not putting our weight onto that arm. We're just having it there as a little bit of a guide and support. Micro bend in that inside leg, extend through the outer leg. Reaching that outer arm up. Again, we pull, extend, pull, extend. Pulling into the obliques, working that outer thigh. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep that knee lifted, weight comes to the shoulder. Draw the knee slightly back, flex the foot. From here, you extend. Bend, extend, bend. Extend, add a press from the chest. And extend, press. Bend, extend, press. Bend, extend, press. Bend for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Weight to the shoulder, and you lift, 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 lift. 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend and point. Reaching up and over. Pull, tap, pull, tap, pull, tap for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Weight back to the shoulder and you lift, 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 lift for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Circle back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Circle front. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And release. Good. Setting the weight down. Taking a moment here to stretch. Feet parallel, hip distance apart. Hands to your hips. Hold the belly up and in. With a flat back, fold forward. Then release your hands. Release the top of the head. Opening up through the backs of the legs, you can shift your weight slightly forward and back. Breathe. Bend one knee and push your weight into the opposite hip. And switch, bend the other knee, push your weight into that. Bend both knees. Place your chest onto your thighs, and then slowly roll up one vertebra at a time. When you get to the top, you're going to bring your front foot forward. Your back foot is going to cross behind. Square your hips to the front, and then fold forward from here. Walk your hands to the outside and push your hips to the inside. You can bend your front knee. Coming back to center, bend both knees, roll up. You're going to take hold of that inside wrist and then reach up and over. If your neck is okay with it, you can try taking your gaze up. And release. Uncross the legs and switch. Square the hips, fold forward. You can bend slightly into that front knee. And then from here, you're gonna walk your hands to the inside and push your hips to the outside. Back to center, bend the knees, roll up, take hold of the outside wrists, reach up and over. And then again, if your neck's okay with it, you can play with taking your gaze up. And release. Okay, taking hold of both weights here. We are going to come into a lunge stance. So right leg forward, left leg back. We're going to come back into those hammer curls. So lunge and curl, lunge and curl, lunge and curl. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to step up, lifting the left knee and press. Come back and down, lunge and press. Back and down, lunge, curl, press up. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now stay here. You're going to bring that leg out at a diagonal. Open the arms into a goal post. I'll turn and face the front so you can see a little better. As you bring the knee up, you bring the elbows together. Out, in, out, in, out, in. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. From here, you're going to cross that foot behind. If you're using a mat here, you might want to pivot on your mat so you have the width of the mat. And from here, balancing on your right foot, coming onto the ball of your back foot, you can pivot slightly so that your hips are facing the diagonal. You're going to curl, plie, curl, plie, curl, plie, curl. Your weight is mostly on that front foot. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to step and then extend the right leg as we reach the weights out laterally. Cross back and extend, and cross curl and extend, and cross curl and extend, and cross curl and extend, and 8, reach, and 7, reach, and 6, reach, 5, reach, 4, reach, 3, reach, 2, extend, last time, extend. Pivot the other direction, left foot is forward, coming onto the ball of the right foot. Lunge and curl, lunge and curl, lunge and curl, lunge and curl. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step up, press, and come back down. Lunge, curl, reach up, press. Lunge, curl, reach up, press. And it's 8, press, 7, press. 6, press. 5, press. 4, press. 3, press. 2, press. And 1, press. Stay here. I'm going to pivot again to face the front so you can see. Extending that right leg out. As you open the arms and goalposts, bring it in and out. In and out. In and out. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Crossing this right foot behind the left. Here we plie curl. Plie curl, plie curl, plie curl. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step, extend, and cross curl, step, extend, and cross curl, step, extend. 4, 8, reach. 7, extend. 6, reach. 5, reach. 4, reach. 3, reach. 2, reach. Last one, and reach. Beautiful. Feet parallel, roll the shoulders back and down, bend the knees. Sliding the weights down the legs, letting the upper body be heavy. Roll down super, super slow, releasing through the spine. Set your weights down. Release the top of the head. Placing the chest to the thighs, slowly roll yourself back up. Inhale your arms out and up. Exhale, press your arms out and down. Take your right arm across the body, looking out over that right shoulder. Pull the shoulder down. Bring that right elbow up towards the sky, reaching for the space between the shoulder blades here. You're going to arc the chest up, maybe taking the gaze up with it. Other side, left arm across, hug it in tight, looking out over that shoulder, dropping that shoulder down. Elbow to the sky, reach for the space between the shoulder blades, arc the chest up. And release and release the fingers behind the back, draw the knuckles down, lift the chest, inhale. Abs in, exhale, fold forward, knuckles come overhead. Try to squeeze the palms together. Open through the chest. Open through the fronts of the shoulders. Bend the knees, hands to the low back. Slowly roll up, bring the hands in front of you, interlace the fingers here, scoop and around, opening through the backs of the shoulders. Come all the way up, inhale. Exhale, arms reach out and down. Okay, grab your ball. We're gonna do a little bit of glutes, then down on the mat for some core. So taking your chair, you're going to place the ball behind the left leg. And if your pants are slippery and the ball's slippery, that could happen. One thing you can do, the ball slides out, is get some skin on it. You're gonna place the ball behind that knee, micro bend in your right knee. Bring the left forearm down. If your chair's kind of low like this one is, you might want to actually just use your hands. I'm sort of learning as I'm going here with this chair, but either way, you want to be in a position where you can lean forward, tuck up and in with your abs. Point through your left toes and lift. Lower, lift. Lower, lift. Lower, lift. Lower, lift. Lower. for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We're going to stay up there on 1. Little pulses up. Lift, 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 lift. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up there. Squeeze the ball. You want to squeeze the calf into the ball like you're going to pop it. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Holding that squeeze on the ball. Little pulses up, 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 and pull that knee into the chest, scooping round through the spine. Release the ball. Taking a little stretch here. You can either take figure 4 again, crossing the right ankle over the left thigh, or you can try to take a pigeon at your chair or your countertop or whatever you're using. Bringing that outer shin, the outer part of the lower leg up onto it, and then maybe leaning your weight forward a little bit so that you can get into that outer hip. And release. In the interest of time, we're going to go to the other side. If you have the time, you can come back to that side and do it again. We normally do 2 sets. Okay, so coming to the other side, getting yourself set up. Ball behind the right leg, knees lying up, leaning forward, pulling the abs up and in to protect the low back. And it's slippery. Okay. The other thing is if your ball is really full, it's going to be harder to get a good grip. So if you can let a little bit of air out of the ball, you might have a little bit of better hold. Okay, so here it's lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it up there on 1, little pulses up, 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 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold it here, and squeeze, 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 hold that squeeze, lift it up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 8, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug that knee up and in, scoop and round, grab the ball, and again you can do figure 4 or you can take a pigeon at the bar, sorry, this time with your left leg. And then leaning forward into it. Good, and release. So now we're going to come down onto our mats. If you have your ball, bring it. Okay, we won't need the weights anymore, so we can set those off to the side. Okay, we're going to bring the ball behind the low back. If you don't have a ball, you can just do this without the ball behind your low back. We're going to hold on behind the thighs. Scoop and round, hollowing out the abdominals each time you take your exhale. So it's shh, shh. I want you to look at your belly and watch it hollowing out each time you let your breath out. Shh, shh. You want to lean back far enough to where you feel like you would fall if you weren't holding on. You want to feel your abs catch on and breathe. Shh, 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 shh. Try taking your right hand off. Shh, shh. Pump it up. Shh, 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 shh. Catch back on. Shh, 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 shh. Left hand. Catch back on. Both hands off. Grab your shins, roll it forward, pull the chest through, lift up through the chest, pull the shoulders down. Your abs should be nice and warmed up now. Take the ball, place it between your thighs. Coming into a reverse tabletop, squeezing the ball with your thighs, bend the elbows, tricep dips, bend and straighten for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming all the way up, lift the hips, lift the chest. If your neck allows, let your head come back, stretch. Squeeze the ball and hold. And repeat, bend, straighten, bend, straighten, bend, straighten, bend, straighten for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more stretch here, lifting the hips, lifting the chest, letting the head come back. And slowly coming all the way down. Releasing the ball, set it off to the side somewhere where you can get a hold of it easily. We're going to come all the way down onto our back. Okay, from here, soles of the feet together, fingertips behind the back of the head. Let your knees relax. Lift up. You want to leave space between your chin and your chest, and you want your shoulder blades to come up off the ground and lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Pull the belly button in and up each time you lift for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax for a moment. Let your shoulders relax. Let your knees be heavy. Lift both, lower both. Lift both, lower both. Lift, lower. Lift, lower. Lift, lower. Lift, lower. Lift, lower. Hug everything in, elbows and knees together. Everything comes back out and down. It's exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. For 4, 3, 2, last one, and rest. Goal post your arms, draw your shoulder blades underneath you, let your knees be heavy, close your eyes, breathe into your hip flexors. We'll have to save the next abdominal exercise for next time because we are running out of time. So stay tuned. If you have a little bit of time to stretch more than what I'm going to demonstrate for you today, please do so. Bring your knees together. Draw your sacrum, draw your sitting bones down towards your heels and release your sacrum down into the mat as you press your legs together for a little internal rotation. Open the arms out to a T. Release your knees over to the right. Pick up your right foot, place it above your left knee. Look up and over to your left. Root the shoulder blades down. Deep breath in and let it go. Back to center. Figure 4 with the legs. Reach through, thread the needle. Draw that left knee in as you press the right knee away, flexing both feet. Keep your low back on the ground. And release, other side. Left foot above the right knee, looking out over the right arm. Figure 4 on your back, drawing that right knee in, pressing the left knee away, flexing both feet. Holding on behind the thighs, rock and roll until you come up to a seat. Crossing the ankles, inhale the arms out and up. And exhale, press them all the way out and down. Thank you so much. See you guys next time.